Available. Meeting. Free. Make. Works for me. Go over. Presentation. Discuss. Available. Meeting. Free. Make.
Hey guys, welcome back to Open Language. This is Johnny.
And this is Connor.
And today we have an A2 lesson for you called Discussing the Meeting Time.
So discussing means talking about. And what about this word meeting?
Well, a meeting is when we meet our coworkers or our boss and talk about stuff.
Yeah, at your office. So in this dialogue, the people are at an office and they're talking about a meeting that they will have tomorrow.
Okay, so discussing meeting times is very important. We all have to do this at work. Okay, now let's listen to the dialogue.
Hey Alex, are you available for a meeting tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Do you know what time it is? I'm free in the afternoon.
How does 3 o'clock sound?
Sorry, I'm busy at 3. Can we make it later?
Yeah, sure. How about 5 p.m.?
That works for me. What do you want to go over?
I'm going to give a presentation about our sales from last year.
Great. I have some other things I want to discuss too. See you then. We're back. Our dialogue starts with James saying, "Hey Alex, are you available for a meeting tomorrow?"
Yes, this is a really good question. Let's look at this word available.
Okay, if you are available, you're not busy. You have time.
For example, Johnny, let's go watch a movie on Saturday.
Oh, sorry, I'm not available.
Oh, are you available on Sunday?
Yep, that works.
Okay.
So we use available to talk about time. Now, let's look at this word meeting.
A meeting happens at work. You meet your coworkers and your boss and you talk about work. That's a meeting.
Right. Connor said they're in the office. Sometimes they're online. And when we have a meeting, we need to talk about time. So we can say, what time is the meeting?
Yeah, we could say what time is the meeting, but in this dialogue, Alex says something different. Alex says, do you know what time it is? Yes, it's just more polite. And this is our grammar point for today, so we'll talk about it more later.
Okay, so Alex also says, I'm free in the afternoon.
Free. Okay, free is the same as available.
Right. If you are free, that means you have time to do stuff.
Yes. So I asked Johnny before, let's go watch a movie on Saturday. Are you free?
Sorry, Connor. No, I'm not free that day.
Just remember that before this word free, we say am. I am free, or he is free, or you are free.
Exactly. So what time does James want to do the meeting?
Well, he asks, how does 3 o'clock sound?
Right. He could just say 3 o'clock, but it's softer and nicer to ask it in a question like this.
Yeah, sound. So often we say, sounds good. That means it's good. I like that. And so we use the same word sound in this question. How does 3 o'clock sound? And the answer could be
sounds good.
But in this dialogue, it's not good.
Right. Alex says, sorry, I'm busy at 3. Can we make it later?
So 3 o'clock does not sound good for Alex. Let's look at this phrase, make it later.
Okay, so if we make it later, we change it to a later time.
Yeah, what do we change? We change it?
It is the time.
So it means, can we make the time later?
Right. We can even make it another day.
Yes, just remember here, make means change in this sentence. And it's very common, can we make it later? That means, can we change the time?
Right. And they can. James says, yeah, sure. How about 5 p.m.?
So 5 p.m., is that good or is that not good for Alex?
That time is good for Alex. He says, that works for me.
So works for me is really common. I say it a lot, and it just means that's okay.
Right. Like I can say, Connor, how about we meet tomorrow for dinner?
That works for me. And it doesn't mean I really, really want that. It just means that's fine. Sure. Okay. Like, for example, Johnny, do you want to eat pizza for dinner?
Yeah, that works for me. So I want to eat pizza for dinner. Now, what does Alex ask next?
He asks, what do you want to go over?
Okay, so let's look at these words, go over.
So go over is 2 words, but it's 1 verb. It means talk about.
Right. So at work, you have to talk about a lot of things, and you also have to check things. So this word kind of means to talk about and look at and check these things.
When I think about go over, I think about writing a test. When you finish writing a test at school, it's important to check your answers, read it again. That is going over a test.
Exactly. Another example would be going over a plan. Maybe you want to see what your coworkers think about your plan, so you can go over the plan with your coworkers.
And are they going over a plan in this lesson?
Well, not exactly. James says, I'm going to give a presentation about our sales from last year.
Now, presentation is when you give a speech with some pictures to a lot of people.
Right. You can be talking about an idea, maybe a new product, or maybe you just want to give them some information.
Yeah, like I think of Apple. When they have a new iPhone, they have a presentation about the new iPhone.
Right. So we can give presentations at work. We can give presentations at school.
And this is the noun, but can we change it to a verb?
We sure can. So we can say, I presented my new idea at the meeting.
Yes, present is the verb. So James is going to present some information about sales at his company. And Alex says, great, I have some other things I want to discuss too.
Okay, let's look at this word discuss. So if we discuss something, that means we talk about it. We share our ideas.
And usually it's more important or formal. You know, friends don't usually say discuss, but you might say discuss with your coworkers about important things at work.
Right. So in our office, we're always discussing new ideas for lessons.
Yeah, these are important things we like to discuss. Well, it sounds like they have a time to do their meeting. Before we listen to that dialogue again, it's time for grammar.
Okay. So our grammar for today is using the word know in a question.
That's K-N-O-W, no. We've learned to ask questions using WH words like, what is this? When is dinner? Who is that man?
Right, but in today's lesson, Alex said, do you know what time it is?
So Alex used the verb know before the question, what time is it?
Right, and when we add know to a question, we put the subject before the verb.
Okay. So, for example, do you know what time is it? Is that correct?
No. We can't say that. We have to say, do you know what time it is?
Do you know what time it is? So that sounds a little bit difficult. Let's try some examples. Johnny, I'll say a question and you change it, okay?
Sounds good.
When is dinner?
Do you know when dinner is?
Right. How about you ask me a question?
Sure. Who is that man?
Okay. Do you know who that man is?
Okay, one more. Okay, those are 2 good examples. Now, let's look at answering a question with the verb know.
Okay, here's an example. Where is it?
Okay, I can say, I know where it is.
How about this one? When is his birthday?
I know when his birthday is.
Right, so just remember the subject is before the verb. If you want more examples, please look at our grammar section. Now it's time to listen to the dialogue one more time. Hey, Alex, are you available for a meeting tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Do you know what time it is? I'm free in the afternoon.
How does 3 o'clock sound?
Sorry, I'm busy at 3. Can we make it later?
Yeah, sure. How about 5 p.m.?
That works for me. What do you want to go over?
I'm going to give a presentation about our sales from last year.
Great. I have some other things I want to discuss too. See you then. Okay, we just listened to our dialogue one more time. Now, today, we learned some good ways to talk about meeting times and what we'll talk about in the meeting.
Yes, there are some really useful words in this lesson, so make sure you review. If you have any questions, please ask us a question in the comment section. Until next time, talk to you later.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Available. Meeting.
Hey, Mike, what time are you available tomorrow?
Free.
I'm available anytime tomorrow afternoon. I'm sorry, but I'm not available at the time.
Make. Works for me.
Can you make the picture bigger? The teacher made the test really easy.
Go over.
Can you make the presentation longer?
Presentation.
The boss wants to go over the plan for next month. I went over my test after I finished it.
Discuss.
Let's go over your speech one more time.